This Precon upgrade for the Ahoy Mateys deck will be focused on keeping pirates that we get back with our commander, giving us more ways to draw cards, and more graveyard filling and interaction. So if that sounds like something you're interested in building, then let's move on with the video. Our commander is going to be Admiral Brass Unsinkable, so let's read this commander real quick. When it enters the battlefield, we're going to mill 4 cards, and at the beginning of combat on our turn, we may return a target pirate creature card from our graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. It has base power and toughness 4/4, it gains haste until end of turn. If a creature with a finality counter on it would die, we have to exile it instead. Now that we know what our commander can do, let's talk about the cards we will be adding to this deck. Hex Parasite, Soul Diviner, and Feign the Broker. These 3 are going to be great because we're able to remove that finality counter that we're getting from our commander onto these pirates that we're getting back. This way our pirates are not going to be exiled when they die. And yes, these are not pirates, but removing that finality counter is what I want to build this deck around. Captain Vargas Wrath, Direfleet Warmonger, Forerunner of the Coalition, and Direfleet Netbreaker. Captain Vargas gives our pirates +1/+1 for each time we've cast our commander this game. Our opponents are going to want to take care of our commander, because this is going to be the main engine for the deck, so Captain Vargas is going to be a great fit. Direfleet Warmonger gives us the opportunity to sacrifice at the beginning of combat so we can trigger it where it happens before our commanders at the beginning of combat trigger. So this will let us bring back a creature we just sacrificed, and we still give Direfleet +2/+2 and trample until end of turn. Forerunner of the Coalition is going to be a tutor to get us any pirate that we want on top of our library, and whenever another pirate enters the battlefield, each opponent is losing 1 life. Again, this doesn't seem like much, but over time, this will be able to help us slowly chip away at our opponent's life totals. Direfleet Neckbreaker simply just makes our pirates swing harder. Ember Wild Captain, Coastal Piracy, Reconnaissance Mission. We needed more ways to draw cards, so this is what I went with. Ember Wild Captain is going to give us Monarch, and it's a pirate. Coastal Piracy and Reconnaissance Mission are the same thing. We deal damage to our opponents with our creatures, and when we do, we get to draw cards. Frantic Search, Victimize, Living Death, Patriarch's Bidding. As for the graveyard interaction, these can really help the deck. Frantic Search not only lets us draw, but we get to put cards into our graveyard by discarding. We can put a pirate in the graveyard that we don't want to pay the mana for, and we get to untap 3 lands. Victimize is an amazing card in any grave recursion deck. We get 2 creatures back tapped, and we just have to sacrifice 1 creature. Again, we can make it where we sacrifice the creature we want to bring back with our commander. Living Death just swaps everyone's creatures that are on the battlefield and their graveyard. So if we have a lot of pirates in our graveyard, we can bring them back. But again, this will also work for our opponents. In this situation, we're hoping we get the better end of the deal. Patriarch's Bidding lets each player choose a creature type. Each player returns those creatures from their graveyard to the battlefield. And again, we're hoping we're the only deck that has a cohesive creature type kind of deck. So altogether, these upgrades are going to cost $18.99, and that's as of this recording. So if you'd like to purchase these cards, you can use the link in the description, and when you do, you get to support the channel at no additional cost to you, so I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.